Are you plain bored of woodworking? Get excited again with Fisheye's Make Your Own Sandpaper Kit. Fisheye's Sandpaper Kit comes with everything you see here. Just pick your paper, spread the glue, and shake on the sand. Voila! Beautiful handcrafted sandpaper. And if you act now, we'll include candy sprinkles absolutely free. What better way to say I love you than with a gift of sandpaper? Fisheye's Make Your Own Sandpaper Kit is just $19.99 wherever crappy gifts are sold.
Hi, Gary. Mrs. Doubtful here. I heard you had John from UnlimitedVertical coming on. Do you think you could fix me up with a date? I'll make sure I wash my pantyhose and girdle.
Okay, here we are, live from the studios of Brant Aerials in front of the wall of fame. Here we are again. And with me tonight is my co-host, Jim Beauchart. How you doing, Jim?
Oh, Gary, I'm so good they might make me the special on today's menu.
James D. Beauchart. Jimmy D. Jimmy D. And joining us from Caledon, Ontario, the first Canadian guest we've had on our show, John from UnlimitedVertical.
Yay!
John Childs, good to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Nice to be on.
So how's things in Caledon?
Windy today.
Windy?
Too windy to fly.
Too windy to fly. Now, a few weeks ago, you posted a video and you were flying out of your driveway, and I made a comment, and I put your GPS coordinates right in the
yes,
right in there. I geo-guessed you just like I do for Bill at Newfound Drone Productions. So that was that's fun. That's fun for me.
Nice. So you have me accurate to a couple meters.
Yeah. Very good stuff. Yeah. Now you fly FPV. You fly a Mini too.
I fly I fly a Mini 2 for the DJI for the camera drone, and for FPV I've got a couple 5-inch quads, and I have a 2.5-inch quad, and then of course a tiny whoop to fly around the house.
Yeah, and I see a lot of fixed wing stuff in the background.
Yeah, I do fly those as well when I get the chance. I like it, but when I see a morning without wind, I tend to take the drone.
Yeah.
Now
the fixed wing, are they better in the wind than?
They're more fun, I think. I'd like the drone. You don't get any fun effects off the wind. With a wing, you can stall it, basically, or even with a plane, you can set it right in front of you if you're using the right throttle and the right elevator, and you can just have it kind of fight the wing and set. You can do some fun stuff. With a drone, it's just going to put you into a tree. But the drones do a lot better in the wind, though. You don't feel it as much as the planes, for sure.
I bet, yeah. That white on the back wall there, that one looks really fast there at the end.
This guy over here?
The white, blue, and red one there?
Yeah, that's a Hobby King Skipper. It's a water plane. Also can take off the snow.
Cool.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun off the water, and it is pretty fast, and it's very maneuverable.
Wow.
It's got a very, very high roll rate, so I have to watch myself that I don't do 1.5. If I
I am so looking forward to coming and watch you fly.
Well, it'll be fun. Fun for sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I have some others over here that I haven't flown before. I don't know if you can see the A10 up here in the corner. Okay, let me see if I can get my finger right on the nose of it.
The one that looks like a bomber?
Yeah, that's actually my son's plane. I think we gave it to him probably 7 or 8 years ago, and he never had the guts to fly it. Just sitting up there waiting. And I look at it every week. I want to fly it, but I won't take the pleasure of crashing it away from him.
Build it and let it sit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Little Shart's in the chat there, so I want to bring him out so he
Nice.
can watch you with your FPV talents. You're a great pilot. I love it, John. Your videos are awesome. The music that you put to it is very entertaining, and it's worth the ride.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
Enjoy it.
It's been a fun couple of years learning. Still learning.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll be learning until I can't fly anymore, for sure. But yeah, I watched a couple of his videos as well that he has, and he's doing well. He's got some great equipment.
Yeah, he's building all his own. So
Well, yeah, that's the best way, really. As far as flying FPV, or even as far as fixed wing airplanes, if you build your own, you always know how to fix them, and then you're less afraid of crashing them. That's the bottom line, right?
Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah.
But I do like nice bind and flies. But if you're just starting out in either one,
I know we were chatting privately before the show, but how long have you been flying now?
I've been flying fixed. I've been flying drones probably since as FPV since 2017. I've been flying fixed wing probably around 10 years now, maybe a little more. And the first RC I bought in a mall in Buffalo. I was on a trip down to Orlando, and we're in the mall, and my son and I saw this guy flying RC helicopters around the inside of the mall, just these little tiny ones. And we paid about 5 times as much as they're worth, but it got us into it.
What are you doing, Gary?
Sounds like piano.
Nothing. Yeah, so that was I was queuing up the outro for later, you know. I mean, it just started to play, so don't pay any attention to me.
I feel like I'm at the Oscars. I've gone on too long.
No. I just like to acknowledge a few people who are in the chat. Andy Cortez, El Smeghead, of course. Bill Flynn is here to brush up on his Canadian. He wants to see Jimmy D so that he can brush up on his Canadian.
Bill. Hello, Bill. Yeah. Bill's one of those 5 guys I told you about that watch my videos.
He's one of those 5. Okay. Very good. Hold on. How do I? Okay, I'll get back to that. Jerry Bowers here. Little Sharp, Bo Sharp's here. Matt from Matty's Drone World. Barry from Northeast, New England Dronalist, any Dronalist. Kenny, place it here. Ray Kelly, Captain Ray. Ron Lockwood from RL Photography. Ron's going to be a guest on a future show, but we'll have to book him in. For sure.
Yes,
wow, all the big names.
Yeah,
all the big names come here. That's for sure.
Okay, now Bill Flynn just got wrenched up. How about that, eh?
Nice. Congratulations, Bill. Yeah. I watched a video of any New England dronalist. He was reviewed by Patrick Conlon over in Ireland earlier this week, one of his videos.
Oh, okay.
He has some really, really nice stuff. Beautiful, beautiful scenery.
Yeah, Barry was on last week. Was Barry last week?
Yep.
Yeah, Barry was.
That's right.
That's right.
I knew that him when I was watching on Patrick's stream. I thought, God, that sounds really familiar. I didn't make the connection though. I should have.
Yep. Well, we have all the best come on, right?
Oh wow!
A year later, they all come here.
We got your El Schmeghead, Rob Camarda, Captain Ray Kelly, Don and Fisheye have been on, and Matt Cudniff was our first guest for Matty's Drone World. Yeah, so everybody on the Wall of Fame is there. That's all the famous people, right?
Oh, I know why I might not have remembered Barry. Wasn't last week a bit of a short show?
Oh yeah.
Thanks for noticing.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Gary.
That was so embarrassing. We went 20 minutes. We had a great show going too, eh? You know, And
It was worth waiting for.
Yeah, we nipped that in the bud. Cut it out.
Yeah. Now, for those of you who are watching and in the chat, make sure you stick around for the outro. The very end of the outro has a special treat for tonight. A special message at the end of the stream. So
Everybody loves treats.
stick around for the treat. Yeah. So, okay, where were we? Before I interrupted all this with everybody who's in the chat.
We were talking about
Johnny Drone Flyer.
Yeah.
There, hold on. I got to put on my Johnny Drone Flyer hat there.
Oh, sweet.
Make sure everybody, Actually, you know what?
You got
I was going to put the sticker on there to be like Adrian. Adrian has to have a sticker on his hat.
Oh yeah, the stickers never come off.
Okay, hold on. There we go. So I got an official Johnny Drone Flyer sticker on my hat.
all pieced together.
Looks good.
So that when you take it off, you don't get a fingerprint on there, right? Oh, now I got to redo my comb over.
Oh my
God!
Dress you up, I can't take you out of the studio.
Oh man. And Rob Camarda from Aviano Aerial Photography is
Hi, Rob.
So yeah, we're getting quite a crowd coming in here. I wonder how they heard about us. Anyway,
It's because we've got a real FPV pilot on this week.
Yeah. FPV and camera.
And over 2,000 subs to his channel, and he seems to be pumping out videos every day. Starting to wonder if that's your real job, John.
Well, I'm working from home, so the fact that I'm flying in my driveway makes it easy.
Yeah, I think you're taking a lot of coffee breaks.
Yeah, well, I take one before I start in the morning. I typically do one flight. If it's still not windy at lunch, I'll try and get one in then. And if it looks nice after work, I might do a third.
Nice, good stuff. You've had 29 videos in the last 30 days and 900 and almost 1,000 views. So yeah, it's yeah.
Oh, come on.
558 videos lifetime and 165,000 views.
Is it really 558 lifetime though? I
That's
gotta
what it
take a
says.
look at that. Yeah, that might be showing the ones that aren't private.
Oh, okay.
See, I went.
You're showing your privates? What?
Yes. Not to. When they brought in the new regulations, I made every one of my videos private. So I lost 2013 to 2017, I think, was when the regulations came in. Or was it I don't remember the exactly which year, but I lost all of those videos from that time period.
Yeah.
I made them private. Now I've slowly picked and choosed some of those and made them public again. But so I would suspect that I've got more videos than the 500 and something number out there.
Okay.
I think I had 300 or 400 when I made them private, and since I've started flying FPV, I've put a lot more videos out.
Yeah, we were talking earlier about the onerous restrictions that we had before they updated things.
Yes.
Back in the day, it was illegal to fly over a cornfield if there was a mouse in that cornfield, right?
Yes.
Any animal you couldn't fly near, and all that. It was crazy.
And Revenue Canada also stepped up and said, if you put a camera on your drone, even if you're not monetized, even if you're not making anything off of it, you're commercial. So that was the 1-2 punch that made me say, this just isn't worth it. I'll just fly for me.
Yeah.
Eventually I came back, but I never did bring a lot of those old videos back.
Yeah.
So a lot of my subscribers are from before that.
Yeah, I do commercial flights, but I do it all at a loss. What I do is that any money that I make, off commercial flying goes right back into the next drone.
Nice.
So my original Mavic Air paid for my Air 2S. So that's a wash. There's no, I'm a firm believer that if you're working, you should be either making a living or having fun. And if you're having fun and it's not a living, then it's a hobby. So here I am.
There you go.
That's the extent of my work. And I've made my commercial work so expensive that you have to have really deep pockets to be able to buy my next drone. Now, if anybody's interested in a real estate job, it's $5,000 so I can buy the Mavic 3 Cine.
Well, there might be some places up here in Caledon that are willing to pay that.
Well, the problem now is as soon as they put a house on the market, it sells, right?
Oh, it is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Just even just in my neighborhood, my little neighborhood, the prices that people have gotten for their places are way beyond what I could have imagined. And then people are moving in and dropping another $300,000 or $400,000 into renovations on them.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's just, the property taxes are going to drive me out.
Well, we had somebody give us an estimate on what our house was worth when we redid the mortgage, and I said to my wife, I said, we can't afford to live in a house this expensive. No. We've been here 30 years, and the mailbox says the Fosters, right? And you tell people where you live because we live out in the country, we live out in the sticks, and people say, "Oh yeah, you live in the Bowman house." It's still not. We've been here 30 years. It's still not our place, right?
Yeah.
That's just the way it is in the country. You ask somebody for directions in the country, and they'll say, "Well, you go down this road and you turn right where the church used to be."
Yeah, that's
right?
helpful.
and you go down there, and it's 3 miles before the end of the road.
By the red post, that's all scraped off.
Yeah. It's living in the country is fun, and I wouldn't trade it. We thought about selling and moving out, but where do you go?
Well, that's the exact thing, right? Every once in a while, Stacy says to me, "We should probably take advantage of this," and it's like, yeah, but I still have a job. I'm working at home now, but I need to be local.
Where
So,
are you based out of then if you have to go back to the office?
Yeah.
Yeah, where are you based out of if you have to go to the office?
Waterloo.
Oh, I'm from TW.
Yes, I know. We swapped. I was high school in Bramalea, then I went to university and got my job out in Kitchener-Waterloo.
Yeah, Wilfrid Laurier.
After that, and yep, and you moved the other direction.
I went to university one day.
I went to one university one day and then switched. I went to the hard one first, and then I went to the easier one.
My buddy was at the university, and he had to go to one class because the exam was coming up. So he needed to find out what was going to be on it. So he said, "Come on, let's go." And don't forget, this is the back of the time when I was like only 16 because I always hung around guys that were older than me. So we're sitting in the place having the lecture, and the prof's asking a question, and he looks up at me and asks a question and points to me, and I'm giving it one of these to me. I don't know. He says, "Are you in this class?" I said, "No, just you're checking it out."
Well, that should be allowed.
Yeah, that was my high school university education one day.
Yeah.
So when did you leave Waterloo?
9/11.
Okay, so you were.
I was born and bred in Kitchener.
Yeah.
And we moved here to Brampton on 9/11.
Yep. So if you did any Friday or Saturday night at bars in your 20s, then we probably would have crossed paths at some point.
Yeah, that was probably a very strong possibility in my younger irresponsible years. And I have to say that because my son is here watching.
No, I just saw a comment there that the problem with realtors is they don't want to pay for good drone work, and then there are guys out there, they're doing it for $100 for 5 hours of work, and that kind of turned me off. Is sometimes you do the work. I wasn't cheap, but sometimes they just didn't want to pay up, So
yeah.
you have to chase them for the money, and that's no good.
I wouldn't mind doing low end work like that. Like if I got my commercial license, I wouldn't mind doing low end work like that if they just wanted the raw video.
Yeah.
And
Well,
if the jobs were close to my place, you know what I mean? Like if there's no other to get paid to fly seems pretty sweet. Even if you have to focus on something specific while you're flying. But if you're editing the video, if you're doing other work on top of it and having to chase people down to get the money, not for the low end for sure.
No. So I don't know. And you go to these jobs and they're all they're realtors, so they're all experts on camera work and drone flying, right?
Yes.
Get this shot. Yeah, but it's in shadow. Well, that's okay. You'll be able to get it. Well, okay. I'll shoot it.
Over to the other side.
Yeah. I'll shoot it. I'll edit it. Don't worry. I'll move my car over there and shine the headlights on it to get the shot. I don't know. But he's flying a Matrice 300 with thermal. Oh, geez. Okay, so he's doing some serious stuff, right?
Oh yeah.
So that brings up a question I have for you, Gary, since you have your commercial. When they first came out with the new rules and they had a list of drones you could fly for your commercial license, I couldn't find one on there that was less than $20,000.
My Mavic Air was on the list.
So they have changed that then, so that there's something you could get that's attainable.
You can fly with a Spark.
Oh, really? So they had this approved list that you can fly for your commercial flight test, and I looked at the drones on there and just said, well, I'll get my whatever they call it, the basic license. Yeah. I need to be able to hobby fly, but I'm not going to go one step further and drop $30,000 on the chance that I might get a job doing this.
Yeah.
Right? So so that's good to know. So maybe that is something I could possibly work toward if I.
Yeah, you can fly your Mini and make money with it, because it's not restricted for flying close to people or all that other good stuff. Right. The advanced lets me fly a heavier drone closer to people.
Right.
So I'm within 3 meters. I'm within, is it 3 meters? I don't know, whatever. So it allows me a little bit more freedom. Now, flying closer to the airport. Well, I have a relationship with the people at the airport. They know me, and I call them up and say I'm going to be at such and such a place, and they say, yeah, you're good to 300 feet or 400 feet. We'll keep an eye out for you. I said, okay, great. But in those instances, I charge an extra $200 for having to call the airport.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because really they shouldn't be flying there at all. But that's neither here nor there. I see Steve Carpenter from SC Aerials out in California has joined us. Drone Bum.
Nice.
California.
Hey, Paul or Polly.
Yeah, so we got quite a crowd joining us here tonight. So yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button if you get a chance. I haven't checked that out. Yeah, we're good.
I see 15. It's a little. My stream's a little delayed, but
yeah. Well, I don't know. Yeah. I have a hard time trying to watch both at the same time. I have a hard time trying to control this thing. I got banners and I got chats and I got comments and yeah.
Mike Roche is in the house. Hi, Mike.
Oh, Mike from Syracuse.
Well, and there's Ed.
Oh, and Ed. How you doing, Ed? Ed's on the mend. Hopefully he gets back to work at some point.
Yeah.
I've been off work for 5 years. I don't know how I ever found time to work. I had some stress and then I retired. I just never went back. So it was good.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm saying the same thing about the commute to work because I work in Kitchener Waterloo and I live in Caledon. It's almost 3 hours a day driving.
Yeah.
I don't know how I found the time to do 3 hours a day extra.
I used to work in Brampton at Steeles and Airport Road,
Yep.
and I drove there from Aurelia.
Oh wow.
So I was about
That's a hike.
2.5 hours each way, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we moved a little closer. I moved to Horseshoe Valley. And I was no better, you
No.
know. Back in those days, Horseshoe Valley, for those who don't know, Horseshoe Valley is a ski resort. And when you drive out of Toronto and you head north for a couple hours and you turn onto Horseshoe Valley Road, it's like driving into a milk bottle. Everything's white. It snows constantly. We had a second-story balcony on our house. Like the first floor was the basement, and then the main living area was on the second floor. I would shovel off the deck, and you could walk off the deck onto the front yard from the second floor. You didn't even have to jump down; you
Yeah.
just walk out. You know, yeah, it was craziness up there. You know, but now I'm down here in the south near Brantford. It's kind of the banana belt. You know,
Yeah.
we don't have to worry too much. You would get it pretty good up in Caledon, though. You get a lot of snow, eh?
We do because what we get is if you go from where Jim is to where I am, you climb about 1,000 feet in elevation to get to my place, even though it's only probably 20 minutes away.
Yeah,
And that just seems to bring the 2 or 3 degrees cooler. So a lot of the stuff that might come down in Brampton as rain, those hit
yeah,
and miss days, we get
yeah,
heavy snow for that.
yeah.
So
You know, we're gonna have to get together and fly somewhere on the Niagara Escarpment because there's some beautiful scenery there. You know,
yeah, there's some
um,
beautiful spots.
yeah, the Devil's Punch Bowl in Stony Creek, or Albia Falls in Hamilton, or Webster's Falls in Dundas. You can go up farther north to what's that conservation area on the 401?
Glen Eden?
Yeah, Glen Eden, Mount Nemo, that kind of stuff, you know. Lots of bare rock and just, 300-foot elevation change,
Yeah.
That'd be some good flying for us. Now, I don't fly in the winter because I got a finger that is prone to frostbite, so
Yeah. In the winter I shorten up my range even more. I will fly. I will go out and fly. Usually I'll stand on the skating rink. Like I build a skating rink in my side yard,
oh yeah.
and I'll stand on that and I'll fly, and I'll just fly the yard because I'm not walking through the snowbanks and stuff to get it halfway across the park. The
Now,
one thing about
you build the rink for your kids, or do you do the skating yourself?
I skate with them. They're 21 and 23 now, but they still like it.
Oh, that's good. That's great.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I've been building it probably for, I don't know, 12 years now.
Oh, nice.
Building them a rink every year.
Yeah, yeah.
Gets me outside. Gets us outside.
Yeah, takes some dedication though. You got to do a lot of shoveling and snow blowing and all that stuff, and
Yeah.
Remote control Zamboni.
I did a video with that. It didn't work as well as you might think.
At RC Zamboni.
Yeah.
Well, I've seen people put a watering system on the back of a garden tractor, and
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
I tried a cooler, dragging a cooler around with water in it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How'd that work?
None of them work as well as just the hose. I'll be honest with you. I can get it done in probably 20 minutes with the hose.
Yeah.
It's not as much fun from a technical perspective,
but see how we end up going down all these different rabbit holes.
Mm-hmm.
It's a drone channel, but we go everywhere else. So
yeah.
I can't skate anymore. I skated as a kid all the time, and for some reason I put skates on maybe 10 years ago, and my feet just cramped right up, and I was just a complete loss, And I bought good skates, but no, just wasn't happening. Wasn't going to be able to make it work, So Yeah.
I enjoy it more now than I ever have.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I was never a great skater when I was young. I played net. I was a goalie. I could skate backwards well.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But having a rink for the last 10 years has gotten me out and enjoying it more.
Oh, that's good. That's good. My girls all roller skate.
Oh,
So,
yeah?
Yeah, yeah. And so roller skating season's over because they put ice into the arena. So
So
yeah.
do they do the inline or the old style with the...
the old style.
Old
Yeah,
style.
the old
Sweet.
style
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, yeah. You go down to the arena all summer and they have, the disco lights and and,
Jordan took my roller skates apart for the wheels.
oh yeah.
What was he using the wheels for? Skateboard?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This was a long time ago, but
Yeah, Liam is a huge skateboarder.
yeah.
He is so much better than I used to skateboard when I was younger, but he's so much better than I ever was. The things that these guys do, it's just unreal. I don't know how it's physically possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Drone Bum says his hockey days are over too. Yeah. Done like dinner me. I'm a sports spectator now.
Yeah, I don't like
We
playing
have
hockey.
season. No,
No, because
No.
I broke my arm twice in the early days of the rink. Twice within 2
Oh.
weeks of each other, I broke two different arms playing hockey out there. And the nurse told me when I went in for the X-ray that men over 40 shouldn't be playing hockey, which I thought, which was back then.
You broke your arm in your backyard rink.
Well, let me tell you,
That's some stiff competition.
we couldn't find a hockey puck, so we used a soccer ball. And alcohol might have been involved. And like the big idiot I am, I decided to take a good skate and then a kick at it to try and score a goal. And you can't kick a soccer ball on skates. The other, it just carried me up and upside down. And
anyway. Man, wow.
It was,
I've become a sports spectator. We have seasons tickets for the Tiger Cats, and then tomorrow afternoon we're heading for Toronto to see the Tiger Cats take on the Argos, and then
nice.
The week after is the final game of the season, so we get to see Saskatchewan roll into town at the Donut Box there. So
nice. I used to go see the Rough Riders with my dad when I was a kid in Ottawa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we had season tickets for the Ottawa when they were called the Rough Riders.
Yeah.
We were called the Rough Riders. Now they're the Red Black.
Yeah.
We had, when we lived in Edmonton, we'd always get tickets to see the Tiger Cats when they came to town because I'm a native Hamiltonian, and we were living in Edmonton. We lived in Edmonton for 4 years, I guess, and that was enough. I had to move back, but. Yeah, it was interesting living in Edmonton because you had the Oilers and the Eskimos. They're now the Edmonton Elks because Eskimos isn't politically correct.
Too offensive.
Yeah.
To seal clubbers.
Well, now the Oilers are going to be under attack because you can't be promoting oil, right? They're going to be the
electrics.
The Edmonton Electrons or something, right?
Really? That's news to me. What's wrong with oil?
The lipos.
It's too heavy on a drone.
Yeah. No, that's and I say no politics. Where's my thing that says I can't discuss politics?
Oh my
There we go.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Did you read Spaghead's comment earlier in the chat? I'm just going back.
I probably did.
What do you call a Japanese Republican pastor? Oops, never mind. Just read your rules on the ticker.
Sudbury Drone is here too. So Sudbury Drone
see? And that completes the travel. So I was born in Burlington.
Wow.
Moved to Brantford.
Okay.
Then moved to Toronto. Then moved to Sudbury. Then Ottawa. then Bramalea, then Kitchener, then Arthur, and now Caledon. So,
Wow, you've been
so every
around.
time I see somebody with a name I recognize, oh, so I was run over in Sudbury.
Yeah.
As a kid, yeah.
Well, I'm just outside of Brantford, Gretzky Town.
Yeah.
You know,
Arthur, I haven't been to Arthur in a few years. Holy cow! Straight up 6.
Yep. Yeah. I was actually halfway between Fergus and Arthur. Technically, my address was Arthur, but I was on 10 acres up there.
I was in Fergus last year.
I don't think you can mention straight up sex here, Jim. It's still a thing. Oh, 6.
Highway 6, not up your 6.
Because we have to be LGBTQ plus friendly.
What does it cost to get that on your?
And you know what the plus is, right? That's the premium package.
The Cine package.
The Cine package, yeah. Not the Fly More.
No.
Oh man.
So who in the chat has a Mavic 3? Is there anybody?
Ray Kelly won one at Spin Up.
Did he win a Mavic 3? I saw that he won something, but I didn't. I came in when they were celebrating, but I didn't see what it was.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
Ray's
sweet.
still in the chat. And it's funny. I told Ray what the price is for getting on the wall.
You want a Mavic 3 and I want a hat with a sticker. Yeah, Mavic 3 though, eh? Wow. And I don't know if he got the Fly More or the basic one, but I tell you, even the basic one would be a treat to have, I would imagine.
Oh yeah, I'm guessing a battery for a Mavic 3 would cost more than most of my FPV drones.
Rob Camarda says he's got his Mavic 3 on order.
Wow.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
I would too if I made his money.
Oh, the plus makes it so the props spin both ways. Oh, Don.
You have to wait till they stop before you can switch gears into.
Oh yeah. That you know what? I can see a TikTok video from
Fisheye.
Fisheye. Oh man. Yes, that is a very nice hat. Thank you, Ray. And I put the sticker on it so that it's official. Yeah. So
yeah, I don't think the guys in the chat know why I'm wearing a hat, but it's there's a hell of a shine off my head here without it. So
yeah,
I thought I'd spare everybody that.
So you rubbed all the hair off on headboards, right?
That's wishful thinking.
Oh,
but yes,
boy.
yes, definitely.
Yeah, he's all the advertising he can get. Yes,
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's the
his university years coming back.
Wow. I'm just checking the chat here. Anybody got any questions for John? For Mr. Childs? $209 US for new Mavic 3 batteries. Whoa.
Yeah, I think that does top my most expensive FPV drone.
So that's about what, 250 or 280 Canadian?
Yeah, somewhere in that range.
Wow, that's cost as much as 5 gallons of gas.
It's really gone up, hasn't it?
Oh, they complain about the price of gas in the States. Man, we would go down there just to fill up.
Oh yeah. People that head out west, it's cheaper to cross and head out across and come back up across the border. Right?
Well, it'd be cheaper to take a 5-hour drive to go get gas in the States. Wow. Evo 2 batteries are $220?
Wow. What's in them?
Smokes.
Like yes, I understand. But there's a little tiny bit of electronics in there, and otherwise it's basically, is it lithium ion or lithium polymer?
Okay, speaking of expensive, do you know what the most expensive liquid is on the planet?
No.
$9,000 a gallon. And you probably have some at home.
Mercury?
printer ink. Printer ink. It costs like you buy an ink cartridge.
Yeah.
For $50.
Mm-hmm.
There's 52 cents of material in that cartridge. You know,
Yeah.
it's the blade and razor model, right?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
Absolutely.
they'll give you the printer for free almost with a half a cartridge worth of ink in it, so that you have to go back and buy the ink, right?
Yep. Yep.
Oh, it's insane. $9,000 a gallon, they say.
Wow.
So, how did I not get into that business?
Wow, that wall of fame is really expensive with all that colorful print.
Well, you know, I mean, you got to do what you got to do, right? You know.
Not yours, mine.
Oh, yours. Yeah, because you're making big money off the weekly Beauchard on Ken's channel, right?
Oh my God, the royalty checks just.
Oh wow.
I gotta get a wheelbarrow from the front door to bring them in.
Well, I would have thought, you know, when he has a super chat train, you'd be cashing in, right?
No.
So we had a little incident this week with the weekly Beauchard, and Jim couldn't edit the thing, so he sent me all of the clips, and I put it all together for the weekly Beauchard. But when it comes on tonight, I'm going to be surprised, just like I haven't seen it. So.
Oh, you'll be surprised.
Oh yeah. So apparently Ken does a lot of editing after you send it, anyways, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. He makes me look like a superhero. Wait a minute, I got 85 subscribers. There's nothing super about that.
Yeah. Well, you know, your 2,000 subscribers, you were saying a lot of that was from your how-to videos back in the day. Right?
Yeah, I do did a lot of DIY. Most of the wings you see back in here, I don't know if you can even see them. If I should bring them closer. There's some foam. I use 1/2-inch Dow Cladmate foam to make flying wings out of, and about probably $40 worth of electronics on them. And then this yellow and blue one back here is corrugated plastic. You know, the stuff they make real estate signs out of?
Yeah.
Or election signs.
Yeah.
And that thing's yeah. No, that's okay. But I did DIY stuff for all of those. So what I would do is I would take somebody's design, maybe that was difficult to build, and make it easy. And so that anybody can put it together. All you need is a knife and some glue, and do full end-to-end build videos. So that's where I got most of my subscribers. And since I just do drone flights now, I think most of those guys are probably in hibernation. Every once in a while, I'll throw an airplane video up, and I definitely get more views on it than I do with my drone stuff. So they're still out there, just not really that interested in the drone stuff.
Yeah, it's interesting the things that people watch.
Mm-hmm.
I've got one that I did 2 years ago. Was it 2 years ago? Yeah, just before COVID, and it was a review of a hotel that we stayed at in Cuba, and it's still number one every week.
Yeah,
people just keep going back and watching it. You know, so if I want to get any content, I better book a vacation.
oh, that hurts. So today, I'm supposed to be in Florida. I was supposed to leave this morning. Canceled vacation.
Oh.
Supposed to do 3 days in Florida and a 6-day cruise. Was supposed to be my next week.
So what happened?
You know, with the price of the testing coming back and just trying to arrange to get the test to come back across the border, I just decided to put it off.
What would it cost in case I wanted to go to Florida?
Well, I mean, there's lots of people on the recent news saying that they get them free by giving a U.S. address for their hotel, and that's kind of cheating the system a little bit, because.
Yeah.
But almost $200 a piece.
Wow.
For three of us, so it adds another $600.
Yeah.
Onto the trip.
Yeah. Now I was looking. I was looking last night, and in Cuba, the hotel will do it for $30, 30 US, right?
No, there's I've got a friend who just booked to, it was Dominican or Mexico, and the same thing. I think they got it thrown in with their package, where
Yeah.
the test was included. But
Wow.
Yeah.
but
Now, like, I can't fly a drone in Cuba.
no,
That's entirely restricted. So okay, I'll go down, I'll take my gimbal, I'll shoot the stuff with the phone, right?
Yep.
But now, are you ready for this? They won't allow vaping in Cuba,
ooh,
right? So I said to
what?
my wife, I said, we can't, I vape. I quit smoking 5 years ago, but I'm still addicted to nicotine. She goes, oh, well, I'll just get a couple of cigars and some, a couple packs of smokes, and away you go. I said, there's no way I'm going to start smoking so I can go to Cuba.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Either that or I have to start quitting now, and hopefully, if we could book a trip in February or something, maybe I'd be able to go. But
Yeah, Cuba's nice.
yeah, love Cuba. The people are great.
Ready to go.
Oh, there you go.
Passport, all right.
You're official.
I'm ready to go.
Where are you going?
Other than Cuba, I don't know where I'm going.
Yeah.
There is only one place in the States.
Las
Vegas?
Vegas, baby.
Now, I've told this story on here before, and this is the 10th anniversary of our trip to Vegas. On November 11th, 2011, it was 11/11/11. I asked my wife if she would marry me again, and she said, no, thank you. So I reminded her of that today, and she said, yeah, I'd do it again. Would you? And I went, I don't know. But yeah. We were there 10 years ago today.
Nice.
Yeah. So today is Remembrance Day in Canada, where we honor veterans. My son is currently serving, and we're thankful for his service, and we're thankful that he keeps coming back. Okay, but we have to remember those that have served, that have given us the freedoms that we have.
Absolutely.
Today. So, and Jim, I'm gonna spoiler alert. Can I talk about your wall this week?
It's your show. You can talk about whatever you want.
Yeah, Jim's wall that usually has the sort of the celebrity of the week is a poppy that says "Lest We Forget." So I thank you for that tribute.
Nice.
Yeah, it was good.
Okay, Gary, did you catch the Lancaster coming over your place today?
I was on the roof when it went by.
Sweet.
There was a Lancaster and a Dakota.
Yeah.
And then a half hour later, 4 Harvards went by.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So we had the Harvards go over too. So the Lancaster is the Lancaster in the intro still? I don't know that I've included the Lancaster. I had the opportunity to shoot the Lancaster when it was at the Brantford Air Show, and it's been on. What's his name? Steve, Aerial Views and Histories UK, has featured my Lancaster shots in his, because they have a Lancaster, of course, that flies in the UK. So
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's only 2 or 3 left, right, that are flying?
2. There's 2.
2 left? Yeah.
Yeah. VRA here in Canada and another one in the UK. So there was 7,300 built.
I'll be back in 1 sec.
7,300 built, and 2 are still flying. So, and Steve Carpenter says, "Happy Veterans Day and Remembrance Day to those who have served." And we have to acknowledge them. Whoa, there you go.
There we are.
That's the Lancaster.
That's the Lancaster.
That looks
What-
awesome.
This is fun to
Yeah.
fly.
Now, does it have 4 motors?
Yes,
that
it does.
operate?
Yep. Yeah.
And
it's
they
got-
all operate. Wow. Wow.
yeah. As you can see, it's seen better days, but it still flies.
Yeah.
Very cool.
We have flight path. What are the tail numbers on that one?
I'll bring it back so I can see. I see PA 474.
Okay,
City
but
of
it's
Lincoln.
it's KCA, right?
Yeah, KCA.
KCA. Okay.
And it says Thumper on the front here.
Okay.
That's
So
what
there's
she-
probably some history. There's probably some history to those numbers too.
Yeah.
Yeah. The VRA, which flies out of Hamilton, is the Minarsky one, in tribute to the captain who he went back while the plane was on fire and got the tail gunner out and pushed him out of the plane, and that, he was okay. But Minarsky burned to death by the time he hit the ground. So
Wow.
yeah. So yeah, nasty business, nasty business. But we have to be thankful for those. We can't, at our age, we can't understand the sacrifices that they made. It's just unfathomable, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's craziness. I tell you. Yeah, but yeah. So you know, that was. See, now we've made it way too serious. Shout out to all those that serve. Thank you for your service. Yes. Okay. So anyway, we've seen your Lancaster. Do you have other historic planes, or is that the one?
At the A10, I have not quite historic. I've got an F-18 up there.
Oh,
Wow.
there you go.
And then is that an A4? I think it's an A4. Sort of historic. Not really that historic, not World War II, but
Now your F-18, is that electric powered or is that jet powered?
it's electric powered, ducted fan.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Because you see some of them now, they're actually running jet fuel, and
Oh,
you know.
they've got some of those planes that run jet fuel, the speeds that they get to.
Yeah.
Like if you've watched any of those world record videos where it's, I don't know if it's 500 kilometers an hour, that seems ridiculous, but for an RC plane, I don't even know how they control it. Like, I don't know how they see it when it's at a distance. I don't know how but they come in and they sweep so low and so fast.
Yeah.
And the sound of it is phenomenal.
Yeah, it's craziness, eh?
Yeah.
What would that have to be made out of to be able to travel that speed and not break apart?
Oh, they'd have to at least be fiberglass. There's no way they're foamies or balsa.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe.
Okay, well, we're going to be wrapping up here in 5 minutes. Any closing thoughts from either of you?
No, I'm just impressed with the videos that you shoot. When you do those power loops, it just blows my mind. I'm waiting for you to, when you come out of it, to hit the gap in one of those swing sets in the.
Oh, you want to see that? You want to see me? So okay, would it be better if I hit the gap in the swing set, power loop, and come back through the gap in the swing set?
Yeah.
We'll try something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if there's any requests in the chat, let me know.
But I don't want you to crash. I don't want you.
Well, I mean, crashing's part of the game, right? The worst that's going to happen. This little quad. This is the one that I fly once, twice, 3 times a day, depending on the weather and how much time I have. I've flown this quad for 18 months now, and I don't know how many times I've crashed. I've been underwater twice. I've been in snowbanks 10 to 20 times probably. I've crashed it, and I've never even broken an arm on it.
But a steel bar on the swing set, that would be.
Yeah, but it owes me nothing. It is, so if I just bought it last week, I wouldn't be doing something like that. But
in fairness, you've got 75 other planes and drones there. So
I I do have quite a few. I was showing Jim this one earlier. I know we only have a minute, but for all the camera drone guys out there, I was a camera drone guy way back when. This is kind of home cobbled together with glue and duct tape with a gimbal that would hold a GoPro or something. And,
Wow.
these are props from like Phantom props, and
Very nice.
GPS on it. And oh, there goes my remote. Anyway,
Wow.
yeah,
That's
but no, it didn't fly very nice. I lost sight of that thing, and I had no video feed, and it was a nightmare compared to flying the modern DJI drones.
yeah. Wow.
But it got me into those were the first drones that I actually flew. Was
Yeah.
that before I got
Yeah.
into FPV?
Yeah.
well, we'll meet up shortly.
Yes, yes.
Good stuff. Final thoughts, John?
Final thoughts. If you want to get into FPV, if you're flying camera drones, or if you're not flying drones at all and you want to get into FPV, invest some time in the simulator. Get yourself a remote. You can get a cheap remote for 30, 40, 50 bucks if you want.
Yeah.
And spend some time in the simulator. I was telling you guys off camera that I decided at the beginning of one winter in 2016, just before Christmas, that next spring I was going to fly. I was going to fly FPV, and I was going to fly FPV acro. And I spent as much time as I could. And the first 5, 6, 7 hours was frustration, even in the simulator. I can't
Yeah.
imagine if I was breaking props and motors. But I went out in the spring and I hit power loops my first month.
Wow.
So if you spend enough time in the simulator, the rest of it's fun. The fun part, right?
Cool. Yeah, good stuff. No, it's good having you on, John. Stick around after the outro, because
Sure.
Jim and I will still be here.
Sure.
And you got anything final, Jim?
Nope, just another great hour.
Good stuff. Now, outro. Just a note to the people who are watching: stick around for the outro. There's a special treat at the end. Okay, so here we go.
Thank you, everybody.
Okay, thanks, John. Hopefully this works.
Are you plain bored of woodworking? Get excited again with Fisheye's Make Your Own Sandpaper Kit. Fisheye's Sandpaper Kit comes with everything you see here. Just pick your paper, spread the glue, and shake on the sand. Voila! Beautiful handcrafted sandpaper. And if you act now, we'll include candy sprinkles absolutely free. What better way to say I love you than with a gift of sandpaper? Fisheye's Make Your Own Sandpaper Kit is just $19.99 wherever crappy gifts are sold.
Well, a special thanks to everybody that stuck around to the end of the show of the hour before TNL. All 2,417 of you.